With chapter 15 statistics, first thing which you know already is the measures of central tendency. Measures of central tendency you have already studied in your lower classes. Now, what are the measures of central tendency? You have studied three types of measures of central tendency. First one is arithmetic mean, or generally we say that it is mean. Second one is median, and the third one is mode, right? Now, what are these meant for? These three measures of central tendency give you an idea about where the central value of the given data lies. Okay, these three give you an idea, or information about where the central value lies. Central value of the given data lies. Okay, so that is what these three are meant for. Now what we are doing is, if we are knowing the central value, that will not give you more information about the data given. So what we need to know is, or in order to interpret the data more, we need the one more information that is known as variability. Or you can say that the meaning of variability is how much the data are scattered or bunched. Bunched means they are clunched at one point like that, or how much the data are scattered. That's what we need to know in order to get fulfill what you can say the information about the data. Okay, so this variability is what we are studying in this chapter. How can you find out the variability? How many types are there? That's what we are studying here. Now here we are studying the different types of measures of dispersion, and what does these dispersions or measures describe is how much the values of the data are scattered or bunched at a particular point. Okay, bunched means the values will be nearer, and scattering means the values will be having more differences. Okay, now the first thing is range. Now how to calculate range? As we have studied in that example, what is that? Batsman A was having the minimum score as 0 and the maximum score as how much he got? 117, right? And for batsman B it was 46 as the minimum, and this is minimum, this is maximum, and the maximum was 60. So going for this, what we can say is range is maximum value in the data minus minimum value. Maximum value minus minimum value. Now you can just see that maximum value for the batsman A, if I calculate the range for A will be what? For range for the batsman A, you will get 117 minus 0, which is 117, and the range of batsman B will be 60 minus 46, right? 40. So you can see that the range of B is less than range of A. That means the dispersion is less for this than the batsman A. Okay. Range is not using any of the data other than this maximum minimum. So that is only giving you a rough idea about the scattering. Okay, so what we need is, we need more reliable deviation or dispersion. More reliable dispersion means so that it is depending on all the values given in the data. Okay, for that, here quartile deviation, you have actually four things: range, quartile deviation, mean deviation and standard deviation as the four measures of dispersion. But quartile deviation is now not in your syllabus. These two are the things which we are dealing with, that is mean deviation and standard deviation. Now again, for mean deviation, it is of two types, that is mean deviation about mean and mean deviation about median. Okay, mean deviation is normally represented as MD, and it is about mean and about median. So you have two things. That means these mean deviation as well as the standard deviation will be using all the values given in the data. Okay, that is the difference between the range and these two deviations. Taking A as the central value, it can be either through median or through mean. Okay, these are the two things which you are studying. Through mean you can find out the central value, or through median. In any of the ways you have found out a central value, suppose. Now what we will do is, if I am taking, the question is you have to find out the deviations, right? Deviation means what? It is, suppose you are given x1, x2, etc. xn. Deviation means the difference of each of the observation values, that is these things, with the central value. That means x1 minus a, x2 minus a, x3 minus a, etc. xn minus a, if you have n observations like this. These are known as deviations. Okay. Now if suppose you have the values, suppose you have taken a value from the central value a, you are taking these. Sometimes this will, that is the middlemost thing, will give you 0, and the remaining will be like negative of this values which you are getting here. Suppose this is 1, 2, 3, like you are getting minus 1, minus 3, minus 2, like this. That means in total when you add all these, you will get most probably 0. It is not the case that every time you will get like this, but most probably you will get 0. But when you get 0, the thing is, if you are finding out the mean deviation, which is also written as MD, mean deviation is actually the mean of the deviations. Mean of the deviation means average of the deviations. Normally for this case, how you find out the mean? If you are having these as the values, the mean will be sigma xi by n, number of observations, right? Sum of all the observations divided by total number of observations. Now if we have to find out the mean deviation, that is also actually what? It is the average, or you can say mean of the deviations. Now when I say it is average of deviations, the formula goes like sigma xi minus a. These were the deviations. Sigma of xi minus a, where I is equal to 1 to n, divided by the number of observations if they are n. So you are getting this is your sigma xi minus a. So that sum is giving you 0, means 0 by n, which is 0. That means you are not getting any information about the deviations if you are considering the deviations like this, right? So what we will do is, we will take the modulus value of these deviations. Okay, modulus value means you will not have negatives like this, so that you will get some value here, and remaining is the same. You have to take the average of those absolute values of the deviations. Okay, mean deviation is the average of the absolute value of the deviations. Ungroup data, if this is like, you are just changing the term as modulus here. Now if it is asked that mean deviation about mean you have to find out, about mean, that means about x bar, then the only change in this is you have to replace this a with x bar value. Okay, sigma I equal to 1 to n mod of xi minus x bar divided by n. This is mean deviation about mean, or you can just write it as MD, in bracket you can write x bar. This is the notation normally used. Now if the question is you have to find out the mean deviation about median, it can be written as MD of M. Okay, about median. The formula is changing only here. Instead of x bar or instead of a, you can use the median value, that is m. Sigma I equal to 1 to n mod of xi minus m whole divided by n. Okay, so these are the two formulae for finding out the mean deviation. If it is about mean, here it will be x bar. If it is about median, here it will be m. Okay. For group data, two types: discrete frequency distribution, continuous frequency distribution. First thing we are discussing, that is discrete frequency distribution, where xi's and fi's will be given. So if the discrete frequency distribution is given and you have to find out mean deviation about mean, for that first you need to find out what is or how to find out the mean, and it is sigma fi xi divided by sigma fi. This sum will give you sigma fi, this product sum will give you sigma fi xi, and this is your x bar. Now what is the change in the formula for mean deviation about x bar? And the change is you have, again, mean deviation is the average or the mean of the deviations, right? So what you have to do is, so for mean deviation you have one more column which is xi minus x bar, that is, these are the deviations actually, okay, deviations. Now in order to find out the mean deviation, the formula has a change, like you will have, normally in your mean you have, if it is discrete frequency distribution given, you have sigma fi xi by sigma fi. Likewise for mean deviation also you have sigma fi into the modulus value of this. Okay, one more column you can draw, or here itself you can find out this in one column. Okay, modulus of xi minus x bar whole divided by sigma fi, or you can replace it with capital N also, and that will be this one. Okay, so this is your mean deviation formula when it is discrete frequency distribution. The data is given as discrete frequency distribution, means the formula of the mean deviation about mean becomes like this: sigma fi into mod of xi minus x bar whole divided by n. Median, in order to find out about median, what you need to find or draw is one more column which is CF. And what is CF? Cumulative frequency is, this is F1, this one will be F1 plus F2, like that you will go, and this will give you the total, that is your sigma fi, same value will be here, F1, F2 etc. plus F. This will be Fn, this will be your cumulative frequency table, right? Now after finding out this, what you need to do is, you have to find out the value n by 2. From where you will get n? This is n, the total sum of the frequencies. So n by 2 you will calculate, and you have to see the value which is greater than or equal to n by 2. If you are not getting any equal to that number, the just greater than value you have to select from the CF. Suppose here you have that number which is bigger than n by 2 or greater than or equal to n by 2. Correspondingly, this value will give you the median, right? This data value will be giving you, observation will be giving you the median value. Now after this, when you get the median value, in order to find out the mean deviation about median, the formula will become like sigma fi into mod of xi minus m. Instead of x bar you have m here, everything is same, rest is same. So what all column you need to draw here is, after this you have to find out what is xi minus m. M will be here, xi minus m you have to find out. Then you can find out either here itself mod of xi minus m, then you have to find out what is fi into xi minus m, and its sum will be here divided by this one. That will give you the mean deviation about median. Okay, mean deviation about median is sigma fi into mod of xi minus m divided by n, whole divided by n, where m is the median, of the given observation.